Hello everyone and welcome back to Recall Gaming and welcome back to the celebration of 30 years of Resident Evil. We're going to be comparing Resident Evil 2 Remake and of course the original here. Probably my second favourite game in the franchise, behind Resident Evil 4. Let's get straight into the game because we want to be able to talk about as much as we can. I'm on Leon's disc, so yeah, we're going to be playing as it'll be late Leon, yeah. That's all good then. Right, let's begin. Resident Evil 2. So we'll have an opening cutscene, which I will watch to show you the game, and you can compare and contrast with the remake, what 21 years can do for the gaming industry.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
What have we got here?
Not quite the Leon you've seen in Resident Evil 4 Remake and Requiem. There's the gas station. I'll talk a bit over this cutscene, because we're going to see it obviously in the remake. Framed a little bit differently. I like how the remake starts things off, but it soon deviates, unlike RE1.
Why'd he bite me?
Because RE2 starts with a big old cheeseburger remake, that is. But this game's brilliant. 4 different scenarios, which I fully intend to play through this year. And if you'd use the other disc, you'll get Claire's campaign. And unlike the remake, they actually make it very significantly different. And it's one of the big failings of the remake, along with some of the cut content.
What are these things?
Voice acting taking a big bump up. Still not great though.
No! What's up with that guy? That was a green head. I'm running out of ammo here.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Look out!
You okay?
Still in one piece.
That maniac's gonna ram us! I'll meet you there.
Okay.
So, for those that have only played the remake that are watching this, including my good friend Barry A, that's usually the name you're under on YouTube, you can see already that things are slightly different, and what you can also see is the jump in just 2 years from the first game. Look at the quality of this first screen here. Like, there's so much more detail than that opening mansion, and straight away you're going to see some real differences to what you'd be familiar with in the remake. Yeah, we're starting and the place is all open, but all this is to really teach you how to dodge zombies, which is not good from me. This game starts off really difficult. It's definitely a much easier Resident Evil than 1, but they expect you to do a fucking lot without dying, and I'm not doing a very good job here because I'm taking hits. But let's go into Kendo's gun shop. Again, this is a character that's totally reworked in the remake. Very short part in here.
Freeze!
This line always has me laughing.
What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sorry about that.
It was funny because I was playing this the other day and my partner was sat next to me. And she just laughed at that. I'm a human! And then,
What's going on in this town?
and that line as well. She was like, what are you playing?
I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
So we get a bit... I need to hurry because you don't get much time. There's a bit of ammo you can find in here. We're going to need the bullets. 15 bullets. This game was directed by Hideki Kamiya, who wasn't... Oh, shit. Who wasn't really that much into horror, but, you know, was happy to make this game. You can see his preference for action come in pretty quickly, really. Oh, bullets, I see him. He also went on to do Devil May Cry after this, where he could finally let his action sensibility come out. I think he was quite happy about that. Which, of course, Devil May Cry did start as a development as Resident Evil 4. Now, talking about Resident Evil 2, it'd be hard not to talk about Resident Evil 1.5, which, was this game originally, the original Resident Evil 2 that they were making, but, production was going pretty disastrously until Shinji Mikami basically convinced Capcom to change the whole damn game. Which was a fucking brave decision, really. I need a better camera angle. So I'm just going to mow these guys down, because the game gives you a hell of a lot more ammo than it did originally. And you can see we've got 8 inventory slots, so inventory management takes a bit of a backseat in comparison to that first game. Right, I don't hear any zombies. Right, let's go. Yeah, he's still alive, but he's not a threat. But yeah, you'll note that in the remake, you're already at the police station by now. That opening city is very short, which took me by a big surprise when I remember playing the remake when it first came out. This game's tough, and it shows how different gaming has changed in that time, because it's a long time to get to the RPD. We've got a few more areas to go yet, and I don't think there's any health items. And remember, if I die, there's no checkpoints here. It's straight back to the beginning. I've got to get ink ribbons to save. I'm not getting any of them till the RPD. So, yeah, quite tricky. Let's go back a bit. Now, thankfully, these guys can't climb up, which is a bit good. God damn it. So you are just better off just, using your ammo up. A very skillful player will just run through all this, but that ain't me. Let's wait for him to go that way. Plenty of room to dodge round, but the game's already teaching you quite early on the importance of getting around enemies, and the remake does that as well, but to a much shorter and lesser extent. There'll be a few zombies munching on someone here, so let's not run into them, let's run around them. Let's get on the bus. But yeah, I've got a lot of time for RE2. And I quite enjoy the remake, but for me, I think that the original is just a little bit better. You've got a lot of the advancements that 21 Years of Gaming has, like it's much quicker to do inventory management and... Oh, shit! Bash her head in, one of the coolest things in the series, that. Shit, get back, get back. They do a nice little stumble in this game, which they don't really do in Resident Evil 1. You kind of only need 3 shots sometimes to stagger an enemy and get past. And RE2 leans into that remake, leans into it a lot more. Which makes it a bit more like Dead Space than... Oh, fuck! Alright, Leon's now... not actually moving properly, which shows that we have been damaged. You can see here. Caution, that's not good. But the RPD is here, you can see by the police officers. But yeah, RE 1.5 was what the was what the game was gonna be, but they kind of took one look at what they'd done. You know, the game was like 80% done, and they kind of said that this isn't great. We need to rework this, and that's what they did. Which incredible that Capcom allowed them that generosity to do that. I feel like they just wouldn't do that now. They'd be very hesitant. Here's the RPD. I'm glad that we at least managed to get here in 30 minutes. I'd have been a bit sad if not. But get used to that awesome theme that comes in here. So here is the Raccoon Police Department. And what you'll learn very quickly is that the layout of this game is very similar to the first one. Like, extremely similar. They obviously realised when making the second, this game, that design of RE1 worked, and they should stick with it. Because if you play Resident Evil 1.5, because some people have been able to find and sort of remake the game best they can, 30 bullets, that is a lot. Then, let's get an encryption on. Let's make a save, because we're going to need to here. People found that the police station has a much more conventional design, and it makes sense. It's got multiple different floors going up and down and up and down and stuff. But it wasn't that fun to play and easy to get lost. So they just kind of redid the RE1 formula, east wing, west wing, upper and lower floors, and the game was a hell of a lot better for it. Let's use the computer, the height of technology. So doors can be unlocked by a card key. We have to go get a card key. I'm going to try and remember where that is now. But yeah, incredibly, there's no stairs going upstairs. And a lot of people, when they went back to play this game after the remake, they actually thought there was stairs there. Because it kind of, in their head, they must have put them there after playing the remakes. It feels like it should be there. But yeah, no stairs. But here's Marvin, who gets quite the redesign in
Oh, man.
in the remake, as we'll see.
Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen.
Hang in there.
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But just go.
Fine, but I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
So there's Marvin, who's done slightly differently than how you would probably remember in the remake. But anyway, we need to move on. And again, you're not really 100% sure what to do. There's no objective telling you, what to do, really. You've just kind of got to figure it out. It's not this way. Is it different? I don't actually... I'm trying to remember. Because I've played the remake probably a little bit more than this one, it really does get sort of stuck in your head. So normally you go that way, it's a shutter. That's not the case here. It is slightly different. It is similar enough, though. Oh yeah, we've got the key card, haven't we? So we need to unlock the door, I remember now. But, what the remake sort of did to increase horror, because I remember thinking when they were going to remake this, like, the rooms are quite small and simple, and you can't totally, like, redesign them. So how are you going to, how are you going to do that? And the answer was darkness. A lot of the game is, so both get unlocked. Okay, interesting. I'll go this way, because that's where we're going to mainly go in the remake. I will go the other way shortly, though. I need to find health items, really, but... They did that by putting in a lot of darkness. Now, there's a lot of talk about doing Resident Evil 1 remake again, and I think that's going to be damn tricky again. You probably have to do a similar thing, but it's just the way modern gaming is, and... Yeah. Remember when I said in Resident Evil 3... Resident Evil 1, that if you see 3 zombies, you know you're in trouble. In this one, you're going to see a fuck lot more than 3 in some rooms. You've already seen a lot more than that. I'm not going in there, fuck that. Because this isn't a playthrough I'm going to commit to, I'm just going to kind of mow down these guys. That might be my best option. But this, you need like Claire's grenade launcher here. Because there's fucking a lot of them. Like, look at this. If I can't get through, I will just go a different way. But this is just holding R1 and holding X. There's not much more to this. And... Oh shit, that was a fuck up. But I survived. My only worry is that might have just caused the enemies to respawn, and I might have just wasted like 18 bullets there. I'm not sure, I might be wrong. Okay, 3 enemies. But yeah, this is where you can see that, Oh, God damn it! I mean, that's always very cool. We're still on caution, so let's not panic too much. I do need to find an herb sooner rather than later, though. Like now, I could very much run past, and I probably should. Yeah. There's a herb there, so let's get that. And we're going to use it pretty much straight away. But in terms of a sequel, I mean, not too much fundamentally gameplay-wise has changed, but there's huge differences between Claire and Leon's campaign. You will find at some point you have the ability to either get 2 more inventory slots or take, like, what's an Uzi and SMG. And that's a really cool decision-making that really, sadly, is lacking in the remake. And it's really good they did that. From what we can understand, RE2 Remake had very troubled development, and it's probably likely that I don't think they were going to have the A and B scenarios, basically, or anything, so I think they just added it in last minute. But what I would have said to Capcom in that scenario is, they should have just sort of stuck one way, or, you know, they should have just not included it. If it was going to be too difficult, then they should have just left it. And just try and make some kind of cohesive story one way or the other. I mean, people might not like that, because really an RE2 remake, if you're an RE2 remake and you don't have that system, then is it really an RE2 remake? I don't know. I don't really know which way I'm going, to be honest with you. I'm kind of just a diamond, so we need a diamond key for that one. So, we've got a few different rooms here. Let's take... That's on Red Herb, isn't it? So we didn't see any of... I didn't actually manage to find any of them in those 30 minutes I did of the first 2 games. But you can see the gameplay loop is just still really satisfying. You know, 998 was a long time ago, and this still feels very fun to play. And the remake's still great from 2019. They're just... I think the original's just got a little bit more magic. So we got some... Oh, it's small key, so those are still a thing. I remember they used this as a bit of a jump scare, later on, where you can you... Where, like, a hunt... Is it like a licker jumps through, I think? We're going to go the other way now, because this is... we've run out of ways to go here. But you'll notice... Oh, my God! What the fuck, game? That's a bit harsh, isn't it? So enemies do stay dead for the most part. Diamond, I tried that already, didn't I? So these guys will be dead at least. So most zombies do tend to stay dead. But But yeah, I remember playing Resident Evil 2 original back 2017, January I think I got it, and I just loved it. It was just brilliant. I didn't really feel like any of the age was, I didn't feel like it aged badly at all. I'm gonna do this room again, just turn around and run past. And also, Leon and Claire actually interact a bit in this game. Not much, but they're on radio and stuff, and it's really badly done in the remake. That's one area where I don't think anyone can say they didn't drop the ball, like, massively. It is a huge disappointment of mine in regards to the the remake, sorry. There's just a few notes that you can find, which is almost like Capcom were like, shit, we forgot to have them actually, like, talk and interact, so better add that in. But, I've been probably talking a bit negatively about the remake, which a lot of people won't like, so a lot of people love the remake, and rightfully so. It's an excellent game, and item box, very nice. Nothing, there's nothing. Let's get rid of the knife. There's no free clips in here, that's annoying. I mean, I would love to be able to play RE 1.5, but you've got to, like, jailbreak your console, and it's not that I don't think I'm not intelligent enough to do it. It's a question of time and effort, isn't it? And I think it involves, like, getting rid of all your, like, data and stuff, and I was reading about how to jailbreak your console, because I can get RE 1.5. Oh, that's always creepy. I can always get RE 1.5 off eBay at a decent enough price, and it'd look cool on my shelf, no doubt. People have made their own covers. But for the sake of playing the game and how much it cost me, I don't think it's worth my investment. I say it's time and energy, isn't it, more than anything? Now, a lot of people will recognise this corridor. We've got to have this one, since the cord is cut. That zombie's missing his head, which is very creepy. So, let's walk forward and see what horrors lie. Oh. So there's the liquor that they did really well in the remake. Well, they are a bit bullshit with how they hear you.
Oh boy.
Now, unlike... Ooh, they are so creepy. And everything about them is so well designed. Like, Liquor's got to be one of the best Resident Evil enemies. In terms of design, they're just so freaky. So, we all recognise this area. I think I've been able to show a good portion of the RPD in these, what I've played, so that I'm quite happy about that. I know there are notes about, guys, I am kind of missing them on purpose. Let's say, I'm actually a bit sad that I'm going to have to, stop playing. That's how much I do enjoy this one. So, we need to use the lighter. I think this gives us a red jewel, or gem. Which I can't remember where that goes now, the red jewel. It wouldn't be too hard to figure out, though. I mean, I don't... I talked about playing RE1 Remake when I was, years ago, and that wasn't too tricky at all. Sorry, I had to use YouTube a lot. But this one wasn't tricky at all, is what I meant to say. As I say, I was drinking rum and coke, and I've had a few now, so I'm struggling to speak. But this one I got through without consulting YouTube much at all, and just had a blast. So I get to show this corridor off, and I should be able to show off a save room. Let's go. Oh, shit, man. Oh, no. I don't want... This is one of the more annoying aspects of Resident Evil 2. Moments like that where you can get, get quite battered. But this will be a save room, and you'll recognise this one, because we should get to this one as well in the remake. And that amazing save theme music. I'm a bit sad that I didn't get to show that off in a special kind of key. I'm sad that I didn't get to show that off in the first game, because the save theme music is awesome there as well. But yeah, when you get damaged, you are. There's none of this in the first game. So when you put to danger, you are kind of really fucked. It was incredible. If you read GameSpot's review for the original Resident Evil, they really slag off the item boxes. There's a really stupid mechanic. But it's funny because it's definitely one of Resident Evil's most loved mechanics now. But yeah, I'm going to leave this here, guys. We've done 26 minutes and we got to a couple of save rooms and stuff, so good place to leave it, I think. So, I'm going to click my fingers once again and we're going to go ahead 21 years to Resident Evil 2 Remake 2019. And here we are, guys, the RE engine. Just a quick note, I've had to turn off HDR on the PS5 in order to be able to record, which is weird. I wondered why that was the case. But here we are, guys, Resident Evil 2 2019. Let's get straight into things and then I can show the game off in all its majestic glory. But yeah, I was a bit concerned. I was like, man, I've just wasted all my time recording, you know, because I can't show this game off. For costumes, we're going to keep everything as it is. We're not going to do, you know, original costumes. I mean, or Leon's very cool, like, Evil Within styled cutscene. But yeah, let's get straight into the game. New game, Leon Kennedy. I'll stick it on standard because I don't want to be... I mean, I'm not too bad at hardcore. And when I replay this game, when I'm doing the whole series, I want to kind of do hardcore and really push myself a bit to really get the challenge. But let's have a look at how different this game is. And I'll keep quiet for the opening cutscene again.
Look, man, I'm serious, okay? I saw this with my own eyes.
Oh, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Just tell us a story. Tell us a story.
Okay, well, it was last Friday night. I was walking home from the bar, and this woman started coming towards me. She was staggering, you know, so I figured she was drunk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, tell us, be honest now. How many drinks did you have?
No, man, I barely had a buzz on.
Oh, come on.
Look, just listen, all right? She got closer, and I got a good look at her. You got to see her eyes, her nose, her whole face. It looked like it was rotting.
Yeah.
She looked like a corpse, like a walking corpse, man.
Sounds like my wife.
I've never seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep since that night.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Just, hey, you gotta stay strong, okay? Don't give in to fear out there, right?
Yeah, well, you got that right. If you freeze up around these things, they'll sink their teeth in you. I should attack somebody.
Oh, come on. Just getting good. I need some sleep. Oh, shit! What do I do? What am I gonna do?
So as you can see, unlike RE1 and its remake, which pretty much shot for shot kind of recreate the original game, we're going quite different. And I remember when I remember staying up late, I pre-ordered this game on the PlayStation Store so I could play it bang on midnight, and because you can pre-download it 2 days before and all that stuff. And I remember being like, a bit like, what? Like, you know, this isn't how the original started, you know, so it's kind of out there. Basically adding in this little prologue, which was really cool. Didn't mind this at all, actually. And it was a good way of building the horror. But here we are, Resident Evil 2. This will look a little basic, more basic than it probably should. And you can see how much gaming's changed because they're telling me how to look around and move. Just quite amusing, isn't it? And in my head, I'm thinking that you get to the RPD a hell of a lot quicker, but I suppose you don't because you've got to do all this. But you're certainly in the city a lot less time.
Something's not right.
But as you can see, the game's going to cake a lot of itself in darkness and just us with a flashlight. It's just kind of how the game works and how it decides to do horror.
Don't move. I'll be back for you.
And they do a really good job, I mean, of making the zombies, you know, quite horrifying. I mean, this was the first time we'd seen zombies, just zombies, pop in a Resident Evil game since, like, Code Veronica or something? I know RE6 had zombies. But this first zombie is horrifying. It's as good as the original Resident Evil. The dead eyes and everything. Spooky as shit.
I'll shoot.
So we're going to go for stun here. Yep, nice one. As you see, 6 inventory slots like last time. I've just realised my audio might be a bit loud. Let's turn that down actually, because I can do all that. But just go down to here. Yeah, that should do it. I'm doing a remake audio because I want to kind of show the difference. There's no point me having the original soundtrack on. So let's use the key. But yeah, because RE6 only had zombies for Leon's campaign. 4 and 5 obviously didn't have zombies in at all. So it felt good to fight zombies again, because obviously 7 had them molded and 8 was werewolves. It's not till 9 again that we've got them mainly. So you see a bit of that remade cutscene where Leon saves Claire by shooting the zombie, and we're in the car. So things are different, but same. And that's kind of the theme of this.
You alright?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
You can thank me later, when we're safe.
Holy shit.
Come on! Get in! Hold on.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Live around here?
No. I'm looking for my brother. He's a cop too.
Well, it's a good thing we found each other. I don't know what to expect anymore.
So I hope this doesn't get me like copyright strike or anything, but yeah, if I had the time to do YouTube full time again, like I was before Recall Gaming, I'd definitely do a series where one day was Resident Evil 2, like part 1, kind of like I did Siphon Filler and Metal Gear back last summer, and I'd very much do that, like remake, original, you know, one part of the other to really compare them. I always feel like this is really out of place. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like this, but I don't particularly care for this intro. I don't know, it's never really jived with me all that well. I don't think it's egregious or anything, it's just not, yeah, not for me. RE7 has one and that all feels fine. But I'm just not sure about it here. But I don't mind this though, Resident Evil 2. Title card appearing. As we're going to find ourselves now in the city, thankfully.
Attention all citizens. Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station. Free food and medical supplies will be provided to everyone in need.
God, this is so unreal.
Police station's not much farther. They'll know something.
Yeah, but what if we're the only ones? What if there's no survivors?
No, there's survivors.
It's a big city. There has to be. Looks like we're walking from here.
More like running.
Yeah, good call.
Leon, you gotta back up. What the?
Holy shit. There, get out. Get out now! Hold on!
So again, things are different but same. Leon and Claire are separated because of the fuel tank. And we're going to make our way to the police station. But that journey is going to be a lot shorter here and a lot easier.
Claire! Claire, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. How about you?
Can't stay here, it's not safe.
Go on ahead. I'll meet you at the station.
But I was dead impressed with this game when it come out. I have to
This is out of control.
be 100% honest. I'm really, you know, because I wasn't like Resident Evil 7 is very good and I enjoy like 2/3 of it, but I don't feel the magic as much as some people do, which is a shame because some people absolutely adore that game. I hope I've gone the right way. Yeah.
It's everybody.
Yeah, yellow paint, because the game's got a lot more easy to read because of The Last of Us, I guess. There's the police station, but yeah, we're there a hell of a lot quicker, and I must say, once this game come out, which going back to my RE7 point, I was like much happier. I was like, this is the direction I want for Resident Evil in the future. And 8 wasn't really that, but 9 was, so I'm happy. But I must say, if there's one thing I'm really not enjoying of Capcom, it's the fact that these remakes, rather than just being fun spin-offs, they're becoming the story now. And Resident Evil 9 Requiem makes it very clear that original RE2 and 3 are just not canon anymore, and that really makes me sad, because to me those are still the especially 3, way superior versions of the products. But that's the direction Capcom's going. Like, there's no Kendo gun shop, and Leon finds Kendo, and look at the RPD, just so I interrupt myself, beautiful. Excellently redone here. But
Hello? Is anybody here?
some handgun ammo. Oh, I need to get rid of that, actually. Discard. But yeah, as you can see, there's some stairs here, which there wasn't in the original, which is very nicely done. But I think that's one of my sort of main things with this. It's I don't like Capcom's pretending that the original don't exist. It is really starting to irritate me now. And I shouldn't get too bothered because it's Resident Evil, and Resident Evil stories are always kind of stupid, and the lore's not that important. And that is and that's my own view, and I agree, you know, so obviously I agree with it. But I just think it's more the preservation and pretending they don't exist. It does bother me a tad, I must admit. You know, because are we pretending that RE4 isn't like canon anymore from 2005? So Marvin's getting a mention a lot earlier on. And we're gonna go. We gotta go save this guy. But I didn't talk about this in Resident Evil 1 videos, which I probably should have done because it's more pertinent there. But survival horror, when I was getting into survival horror, was kind of dead. You know, realistically, you know, Resident Evil was dead and buried. And the map, as I say, the map's using a lot more RE remake style here. But, you know, survival horror felt very dead and buried. And then you had stuff, you know, it was only in the indie scene, like Outlast, Amnesia and stuff. And what was it? Slender Man of all things, you know, the Day 8 Pages, the Pages or whatever it was called. And it was kind of where horror was at, indie. There was no AAA games doing it. And then Resident Evil brought out that HD collection of Zero and Remake. And they did really well, and I think that very much pushed Capcom to be like, yeah, this is the direction we need to go. If we do this, you know, we might have some success. But you can see how different this room is when it's caked in darkness and not 4 zombies waiting for me. But, you know, I think it very much pushed Capcom in a good way, and that's what made RE7. You know, we were all worried it was going to be a bit like Outlast, you know, not very survival horror in terms of being able to shoot enemies, but that turned out to not be the case. RE7 was quite an action game for, you know, for majority of its runtime, thankfully. They resisted, I think, the temptation to not just go for that indie horror crowd, and they made survival horror very viable again, and I'm really grateful for that. Because no one, you know, when Capcom, you know, is a AAA studio, none of those indie horror games can get near them in terms of, like, spectacle and stuff, so... And now horror's big business again. Horror's probably bigger business than it has been in a long, long time. And that's kind of cool if you're into horror, which I'm not overly into horror, but I love Resident Evil. And Dead Space is pretty cool as well for those 2 games. But yeah, I mean, one thing that definitely is undeniably better is the speedness. We can get through things a lot quicker because we don't have the problems of loading times and... Jeez, that scared the shit out of me then.
Open this goddamn door!
We gotta save our friend here.
I'll get you out.
Obviously, no, you know, we do have auto-saving, that's what that circle is in the top left, so that's a big change.
Give me your hand. I got you. Give me your other hand.
This is a positively horrifying moment. The gore is something else in this game, in a good way. Like, ugh. It's the fact that he doesn't, like, he's not dead straight away. Yeah, he just got ripped in half. Jesus. There's his... what was left of him. Let's take that notebook that's caked in blood. And we're going to use this to solve puzzles, which is a bit Uncharted. Not quite the Resident Evil that I'm used to, but... But yeah, you're going to see how this game's a bit more Dead Space. I'm going to aim for enemies' legs more than anything, and you know, than the head, because the head isn't always that reliable. So we need to head back to the main hall. There's a big emphasis on running away from zombies more in this one. Let's run past. There we go. Could have done that with headshots really, but we're through. Nicely done, no damage so far. And we look like we're about to mirror our friend's fate. Until Marvin to the rescue. So, a bit different to what we saw last game, in the original.
You're safe. For now.
Thanks.
Marvin Browner.
Leon Kennedy. There was another off strike. I couldn't...
Here. I'm sure you did what you could, Leon.
Does anyone know what started this?
Not a clue. But honestly, all you need to know is that this place will eat you alive if you aren't careful.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away. I wish I'd come here sooner.
You're here now, Leon. That's all that matters.
Okay, Lieutenant? I'm ready.
Hopefully you'll be able to find a way out of this station. That officer you met earlier, Elliot. He thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
This is good news. We can get you to a hospital.
No, no, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I just slow you down. Now, you'll need this.
I can't take him.
Stop. And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take it out, or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So Marvin here doesn't really try and tell us about, like STARS members trying to, in the mansion. I think they're very much trying to keep this so that anyone can play it and sort of enjoy. And we do get knifing, which is a bit more akin to like Resident Evil 4. Let's keep going. As I say, at least I'm able to show off quite a bit of what we already just saw. Again, we're not going to be able to get too much in the RPD, but we're just trying to use this to compare and contrast the two games. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it. But yeah, we have to, if we talk about Requiem just a little bit, like it was really cool coming back here and stuff, and I've no problem, but it does feel a bit like they were trying to do Shadow Moses in MGS4, but because this is a remake that came out in 2019, and we're only playing a game in 2026, it's only just 7 years. It's not exactly Shadow Moses going back 10 years, and it's not like we went back to the RPD and we've not seen it since 1998. We'd seen it, as say here, redone in PS4 and PS5 graphics. So coming back didn't quite hit the same as I think it could have done, which is a real shame. I mean, a lot of people think they're going to retcon Resident Evil 1 and have us go back to the Spencer Mansion in RE10. No liquor here to freak us out just yet. Just that dude. There are liquor marks though, which is creepy. And you'll recognise this room, we've been in here in the original. Let's get some ammo in us. I want to at least try and get to that save room. If we can. That would be quite good. Operation. They've got a nice map. That helps us a lot. But yeah, there's moments like this that you couldn't really do in the remake due to technology. You couldn't have Leon jumping through areas like that. Can have quite a bit of ammo now, actually. 23 bullets. But yeah, they just didn't quite nail the nostalgia I think they were going for. It wasn't bad per se, but yeah, it probably could have been a lot better. We got the West Office, this is where Branagh is, of course, in the original. Welcome, Leon. That is there in the original, by the way. I didn't get a chance to show it. But yeah, zombies are quite worrying, and we've got gunpowder, which I'll talk about more in RE3, because that's where it first sort of came in, really. Oh, jeez, he got me then.
Son of a bitch.
I do love Leon's little reactions. Let's keep pushing forward here. And we'll keep this zombie out with the board, which is a new mechanic that was pretty coolly introduced here. He will never bother us now for the entire game. And if you turn this light on, you'll find yourself in the save room for this, that of course we ended the last video. And we do have a save theme, but it's nowhere near as good. They really kind of dropped the ball with that one, I must say. But yeah, gunpowder is a mechanic where you can combine different kinds of gunpowder and let yourself craft ammo, which is very much appreciated. It's a good little mechanic. A red herb, very nice. But yeah, we'll keep pushing on so we can show a bit more of the game. We don't need to hang about in save rooms. But yeah, it was an interesting decision to cake the game just in darkness, really. It's one way of trying to keep things a little bit different. Is this one Cap or something? I'm trying to remember now. It's a while. I do know what some of these covers just off the top of my head. No, is it Cap? Yeah, see? That's knowledge that is never going to leave me, that. Shotgun shells, don't need that. Zombie, not bothered. I actually don't think he's dead either, so... Portable safe, we don't need that. I'm terrible. If I did the portable safe, that would be half the video. Because I'm absolutely terrible at that mechanic. My brain's not good at, you know, recognition like that. And this one's DCM, isn't it? It should really be DMC. DCM, yeah, that's the one. Nope, that one. And what's cool is in the RE3 remake, they keep all the codes the same. I mean, that makes absolutely no sense logistically, but it is appreciated. And we get ourselves a key. But yeah, the sense of progression is just as satisfying in this game as in the original, possibly even more so.
What in the...
What have we got here? Gunpowder. Yeah, we'll show the gunpowder off. If I combine two of them, you can see I get a little bit more ammunition. Yeah, very cool mechanic. And we didn't get to show the library off because I think you had to go.
It's Marvin. I need you back here ASAP.
Are you okay, Marvin?
I've got something to show you. It's important.
Copy that. I'll be right back.
I love doing that because Leon just doesn't like react at all. But yeah, I think you have to get upstairs in the. You'll be able to get to the library, so you can show it off a bit more closer to the remake. But yeah, the sense of progression and getting through the RPD is to say, I think it is just as cool as it was. And it's, you know, it must be very satisfying for speedrunners. You can really blitzkrieg this game. Don't get me wrong, I know speedrunners love it and all sorts, but yeah. I think you watch anybody rank the Resident Evil games, they're going to have 2 and the remake pretty damn high up there together. It's a huge triumph. Much closer in quality than probably RE1 in its remake, where the remake is quite a lot superior.
Yes. I knew she'd make it.
And what annoys me here is you do have an interaction with Claire,
Name's Claire.
but it's like the only one until the end of the game. They just don't talk at all.
Through the second floor, east side.
I'm on it.
But as you can see, the game's
Lieutenant.
a lot more directed. Like, you've got Marvin here being like, yeah, you need to go there and do that. And you know because you've had the notebook that tells you like these, you've got these symbols, you recognize them, and you can put the code, you know, the combination in a lot easier than you would have done in the original. But that's just how gaming changed a lot in 21 years. And not all of it for the worse. You know, some of it's good. And I say I am missing a lot of stuff. People who've played this game a lot will know. Will be like, you're missing loads, but that's obviously because I'm choosing not to do every little thing. But we come to the end of our 30 minutes of showing off the remake, like the original, and it is good stuff. I'm going to have to just skip this briefly. I know I'll skip the one interaction with Claire, but I don't want it to get bogged down in the cutscene.
Situation here. I'm surrounded by zombies. Marvin, do you copy? Marvin! Damn it.
Let's open that up. I'll just show a couple more minutes off, and then we'll feel like we've... I've shown quite a bit of the game off then. As we find ourselves back here. But yeah, I can enjoy very much, love both versions of Resident Evil 2, remake and original. I think it's got great value either way. I say, I do love the sort of change, you know, it does feel more Dead Space with zombie, the way you fight zombies, and you're not always just trying to kill them, just trying to wound them and get past. Very satisfying. But yeah, there you go. I think I'll leave it here, as we'll just check on Marvin and I'll call it there. As you can see, the dude's sleeping, and his transformation into a zombie is done really well. It's a more spooky in the original, how he just suddenly turns, but it's got a lot more weight in it here because you do care to kind of like Marvin in his brief time here. But anyway, guys, that is my 30 minutes of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Hope you enjoyed this. Next time it's Resident Evil 3 and the travesty that is its remake. So I'll see you there. You take care now.